Hello and welcome. Today we are making ladder rosaries. So this will be what the final product looks like. This one was made and prayed for me by a woman from my parish for a retreat. Her name is Brenda. So thank you, Brenda, if you happen to ever watch this. Um, but it's a ladder rosary, and this is a lot simpler to make than some other rosaries, but it's also really neat because as you pray it, you just feel the beads moving um, in your grasp. They just kind of move down on this ladder as you go around. So what you will need to make one of these is pony beads. So you'll need um, at least 53 of these for your Hail Marys, and then you'll also need 6 Our Father beads. We're using hearts. Of course, you don't have to use hearts. They are really nice, but you could just use 6 regular pony beads and you would just put them on horizontally instead of vertically um, to distinguish them as your Our Father beads as you make this. Of course, you'll need a crucifix and you will need cord. I am kind of cheating. I'm using these pre-made rosary kits from the rosary makers at my parish, so that makes it super easy for me. But you can make your own kit as well, of course. So this is 6 feet of cord, and you just fold it in half. So you have a yard on each side to start with. I'll take your crucifix and you're going to just put that folded end through your crucifix. So you have this nice little opening here. You'll put your ends through there. This is just connecting your crucifix on. You pull those ends through, make it nice and tight. Hopefully not all tangled like I have mine. There you go. Tighten it down so that your crucifix is attached and your cord is even on both sides. You'll see when you get to the end, you do have excess. If you use 6 feet, you do have a lot left for tying your knot, like more than you need. So you don't necessarily need a full 6 feet, but that will make it so you're sure you won't run out and have to restart partway through. So your first bead, of course, is your Our Father bead. So we're going to use our heart, and we just put both ends straight through. Okay. Then we're going to do our first Hail Mary, and this is where it gets a little more interesting. So you'll take one of your Hail Mary beads, you put one end in on one side, and you put the other end in on the other side. And then you tighten it down. Once you have that down, I mean, you're pretty well set to go. So you keep doing that with your other Hail Marys. One end in on one side, one end in on the other side. Okay, so you can see how this is starting to be formed. Alright, we'll grab our third Hail Mary, exact same thing again. One end in on either side, tighten it down. And on rosaries, normally you would also have a bead for your glory be before you jump to your center or to your first Our Father. But in this case, we are actually just going to go straight to our next heart bead. And you'll just pray your glory be on that heart bead and then pray your Our Father on that same heart bead for the first decade. So of course, again, for the Our Father bead, you're putting both ends through, you don't make this one like a ladder, you just put both ends through on this one. That distinguishes it from the other beads. And so especially if you used another pony bead for this, you would put that pony bead through, you know, both ends through like that. With the hearts, they stand out anyway. But if you were doing a pony bead, placing both ends in would then distinguish it from the others. And I would also suggest you use a different color because, you know, that way it'll stand out more for your Our Fathers. Okay, then you're actually just going to continue around in the exact same way, all the way around. You put on, you know, your 10 Hail Marys exactly the same way as you did these first 3, and then your Our Fathers the same way as you did your other ones, all the way around until you have, you know, your 5 decades. These rainbow colors, they just make me feel so joyful and happy seeing these. I just imagine if you gave this to someone, they would be just really happy about it. How could you not be happy when you look at these bright colors? I love it. Okay, so when you get all the way around, you have all your 5 decades, you're going to put your 2 ends down through this, in this case, this heart bead right here. There we go. Both ends through. I'll tighten it down. Okay. And this is the only knot you have in the entire rosary. So if you're someone who doesn't like doing the knot rosaries, this may be a relief. You only have 1 knot, and it's not even a fancy knot. So you can see here, this one is already knotted, of course, because it's done. You're going to, wait, there we go. You can kind of see that. You're going to just make a knot. It doesn't have to be a fancy knot. It just, you want it to be big enough that it doesn't fall back through your Our Father bead. So I'm going to knot it just like a regular knot, not like the rosary knot and the other ones. And I'm going to knot it again just to be on the safe side before I cut it off. Okay, so I have really big knot there. And I'm just going to cut off the end. And I'm just going to use some of this nail polish, or you could use a glue stick if you want, or I mean, you could even just not do this, but if you want to seal it, you can do that. Dry. And ta-da! You have your Ladder Rosary. So, so that's all set. I also wanted to just say, this is kind of my like product placement. I'm reading this book now, and it's really, really good. So I just wanted to recommend it. It's also recommended by Pope St. John Paul II, so you know it's got to be good. The Secret of the Rosary. It's really a small book, but like I said, I haven't finished it yet, but it's been really good. So I would just like to recommend this book to you as well. And that is it. God bless you, and happy rosary making.